Welcome back to episode 3 of Skyrim Scotch. My name is Blake. Thank you for choosing to spend this time with me. For those of you who are just tuning in, missed the first 2 episodes, that's totally fine. If you've never played Skyrim before, it might be fun for you to go back and catch up with the story because it is actually a really good story, and I don't think I interrupted too much with anecdotes and drinking, but maybe I do. For today's whiskey, we are gonna do this guy, but I want you to see that name real quick before I try and pronounce that thing. Look at that. If that's not Scottish, I don't know what it is. I mean, that name is fantastic. I want you to try to pronounce that name. Like, go ahead. Yeah, I know. Me too. I legitimately, this is like one of the most fantastic things ever. So I had to, I went to the website and, read about it, obviously, and then like had to Google it and then had to listen to people say it because the phonetics were still not like fantastic. So listen to this. It's supposed to be Bunahaven. Bunahaven. How do you get Bunahaven out of this? Anyway, we're doing Bunahaven 12-year single malt. How exciting is that? It's supposedly it's been distilled since 1881. That's crazy. 1881. This actual 12-year, though, was first deployed in 1979. And what I thought was pretty cool is that it's actually double matured in ex-bourbon and ex-sherry casks, which just adds flavor, like a special sweetness to the scotch, right? So, the color. Obviously, we're going to start off with the neat pour. We always want to start off with the purest taste of the scotch, and you can go from there, right? Because then you know how it originated from and how it's changed, and you can really dial into what you really enjoy. So we are going to do the neat pour. And right off the bat, you notice that it's got this russety gold color, which I didn't realize is a color, russet gold. I mean, I wonder if it means like russet potatoes, or I'm not sure what else is russet, but of course it is gold. It's got a nice color. I kind of like it. If you hold it up to the light, it's a deep gold. Right off the bat, the nose is fresh and aromatic. Now, it says it's supposed to be fruity and floral, but it's never a smell I get out of scotch. I primarily just get gasoline, right? You know it's good if it's 100% flammable. Hints of dried fruit are supposed to be there. Now, the subtle prevalence of smoke, which I really like the way they worded that, is there. That's 100%. Very smoky. I don't know if it's a subtle prevalence, but it is smokier than the scotch that we've tasted so far. So let's take our first sip and see where that takes us and continue on our journey in Skyrim. Cheers. Right away, I'm noticing that it lingers. The definite finish is still on my tongue. And let's see where we go from here. We're trying to get to the Greybeards and High Hrothgar. I think you got to go through Iverstead. So I got to get there. Do I want to go back to Helgen? I wonder. Let's see if that works. So it's supposed to be a light taste with fruity notes, right? But I will say, it's overpowered. I mean, a single malt, that taste is fantastic, but it is overpowering. So I think I'm gonna have to drink more of it to actually like discover the nuances of those fruity and floral overtones. The nutty flavors, the vanilla and caramel, definitely you can taste those are fantastic. It's very smooth. You can right off the bat tell that it's a fantastic single malt whiskey, and the finish does linger. It stays with you. It's rich and full bodied. That's definite. And as an amateur like myself, to notice that right away, that's wonderful that you can market your product like that and be spot on. Ooh, are these the storm cloaks? My first storm cloak encounter?
I bet we have rabbits again. I'm getting sick of rabbits.
You'd rather be plowing a field? Not me.
Yeah. The Stormcloak camp.
If you know any true sons and daughters of Skyrim, tell them to head to Windhelm. Ulfric Stormcloak wants to see them.
Right, Windhelm, if you want to join the Stormcloak Rebellion. Speaking of which, how many of y'all have done the Stormcloak Rebellion as opposed to the Imperial Legion? I saw that, I'm not sure where I read it, but it was something like 87%. Ooh, there's no way I'm getting over that. I'm not even going to try and clip that. Somewhere between like 87% of players choose the Imperials. Isn't that bizarre? I would assume you'd want to, I don't know, maybe that's just like the American in me that's the underdog, that considers themselves the underdog, you know, always wants to choose to be the underdog. Ooh, what's this guy?
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years. It's not like my poaching is hurting anyone. The Jarl can hardly eat every deer now, can he? Take a look.
Hunting the king's elk. Best be careful. I think I'm not wearing shoes. Yeah, I'm barefoot. Somehow I sold them or got rid of them. Right, I have a bound sword. Ymar's Shame. I can still taste this scotch. Oh, it must be the hunter's horse. I don't want to be an outright outlaw just yet. Here we go.
Leave me alone.
I don't have time for this foolishness. Now come along quietly and we won't have to get rough. Brother, I think she's telling the truth.
I'm not going anywhere. Now back off before I do something drastic.
She doesn't have the scar.
What? Oh, you're right.
We've made a mistake. Now move along before that mouth of yours gets you into trouble.
Next time you're looking to pester someone, make sure it's the right person. Foreigners. What a nuisance.
Oh, wow. What was that all about?
They thought I was some other Redguard woman. They just wouldn't leave me alone. I hope they get lost in the wilderness.
Need something? We're looking for information about a woman, a foreigner in these lands. She's a Redguard like us. We believe she may be hiding in Whiterun, but we're checking everywhere to be sure.
Okay, move along. Harassing innocent women on mountain trails. How dare ye? Whoa! Oh, oops. I did that in the wrong hand. I wanted it like this, right? So I could block. There we go. Come here! Ooh. Yeah, I do like this bound blade situation. I haven't done that before. Why am I moving so slow? See this? I'm like walking. What the heck? Okay. So if you hit control, newsflash, if you hit control, you'll start walking. Ooh. Mind if I take some of these? Let me wet my tongue. The First Hold Revolt by Mavius C. You told me that if her brother won, she would be sister to the King of Wayrest, and Raymond would want to keep her for the Alliance. But her brother Heliseth lost and fled with his mother back to Morrowind, and still Raymond has not left her to marry me. Lady Gialine took a long, slow drag of the hookah and blew out the dragon's breath, so the scent of blossoms perfumed her gilded chamber. You make a very poor advisor, Kale. I might have spent my time romancing the King of Cloudrest, or Alienor instead of the wretched royal husband of Queen Morgaya. Gale knew better than to hurt his lady's vanity by the mere suggestion that the King of Firsthold might have come to love his Dunmer queen. Instead, he gave her a few minutes to pause and look from her balcony out over the high cliff palaces of the ancient capital. The moons shone like crystal on the deep sapphire waters of the Abyssinian Sea. It was ever springtide here, and he could well understand why she would prefer a throne in this land than in Cloudrest or Alienor. Finally he spoke. The people are with you, my lady. They do not relish the idea of Raymond's dark elf heirs ruling the kingdom when he is gone. I wonder, she said calmly. I wonder if as the king would not give up his queen for want of alliances, whether she would give herself up out of fear. First of all the people of Firsthold, who most dislikes the Dunmer influence in the court? Is this a trick question, my lady? Asked Kale. The Trebite monks, of course, their credo has ever been for pure Altmer bloodlines of Somerset, and among all the royal families most of all. But, my lady, they make very weak allies. I know, said Jeanline, taking up her hookah again, thoughtfully, a smile creeping across her face. Morgaya has seen to it that they have no power. She would have exterminated them altogether had Raymond not stopped her for all the good they do for the country folk. What if they found themselves with a very powerful benefactress, one with intimate knowledge of the court of Firsthold, the chief concubine of the king, and all the gold to buy weapons with that her father, the king of Skywatch, could supply? Well armed and with the support of the country people, they would be formidable, nodded Kale. But as your advisor, I must warn you, you make yourself an active foe of Queen Morgaya. You must play to win. She has inherited much of her mother, Queen Baronzia's intelligence and spirit of vengeance. She will not know I am her foe until it is too late, shrugged Jeanline. Go to the Trebite monastery and bring me Friar Liam. We must strategize our plan of attack. For 2 weeks, Raymond was advised about growing resentment in the countryside from peasants who called Morgaya the Black Queen, but it was nothing that he had not heard before. His attention was on the pirates on a small island off the coast of Callius Lar. They had been more brazen as late, attacking royal barges in organized raids to deliver a crushing blow. He ordered the greatest part of his militia to invade the island, an incursion he himself would lead. A few days after Raymond left the capital, the revolt of the Trebite monks exploded. The attacks were well coordinated and without warning. The chief of the guards did not wait to be announced, bursting into Morgaya's bedchamber ahead of a flurry of maidservants. My queen, it is a revolution. By contrast, Jeanline was not asleep when Kale came to deliver the news. She was seated by the window smoking her hookah, looking at the fires far off in the hills. Morgaya is with council, he explained. I'm certain they are telling her that the Trebite monks are behind the uprising, and that the revolution will be at the city gates by morning. How large is the revolutionary army in contrast to the remaining royal militia? Asked Jeanline. The odds are well in our favor, said Kale, though not perhaps as much as we hoped. The country folk, it seems, like to complain about their queen, but stop short of insurrection. Primarily, the army is composed of monks themselves, and a horde of mercenaries your father's gold bought. In a way of thinking, it is preferable this way. They are more professional and organized than a common mob. Really, they are a true army, complete with a horn section. That doesn't frighten the Black Queen into abdication, nothing will, smiled Jeanline, rising from her chair. The poor dear must be beside herself with worry. I must fly to her side and enjoy it. Jeanline was disappointed when she saw Morgaya come out of her council chambers, considering that she had woken from a deep sleep with cries of revolution and had spent the last several hours in consultation with her meager general force. She looked beautiful. There was a sparkle of proud defiance in her bright red eyes. My queen, Jeanline cried, forcing real tears. I came as soon as I heard. Will we all be slaughtered? A distinct possibility, replied Morgaya simply. Jeanline tried to read her, but the expressions of women, especially alien women, were a far greater challenge than those of Altmer men. I hate myself for even thinking to propose this, said Jeanline. But since the cause of their fury is you, perhaps if you were to give up the throne, they might disperse. Please understand, my queen, I am thinking only of the good of the kingdom and our own lives." "I understand the spirit of your suggestion," smiled Morgaya, "and I will take it under advisement. Believe me, I've thought of it myself. But I don't think it will come to that." "Have you a plan for defending us?" asked Gialine, contorting her features and an expression she knew bespoke girlish hope. "The king left us several dozen of his royal battle mages," said Morgaya. "I think the mob believes we have nothing but palace guards and a few soldiers to protect us. When they get to the gates and are greeted with a wave of fireballs, I find it highly likely they will lose heart and retreat." "But isn't there some protection they could use against such an assault?" asked Gialine in her best worried voice. "If they knew about it, naturally there is. But an unruly mob is unlikely to have mages skilled in the arts of restoration by which they could shield themselves from the spells, or mysticism by which they could reflect the spells back on my battle mages. That would be the worst scenario. But even if they were well organized enough to have mystics in their ranks, and enough of them to reflect so many spells, it just isn't done. No battlefield commander would advise such a defense during a siege unless he knew precisely what he was going to be meeting. And then, of course, once the trap is sprung," Morgaya winked, "it's too late for a counterspell." "A most cunning solution, your highness," said Gialine, honestly impressed. Morgaya excused herself to meet with her battle mages, and gave Gialine an embrace. Kale was waiting in the palace garden for his lady. "Are there mystics among the mercenaries?" she asked quickly. "Several, in fact," replied Kale, bewildered by her query. "Largely rejects from the Sijic order, but they know enough to cast the spells of those schools. You must sneak out the city gates and tell Friar Lillum to have them cast reflection spells on the front line before they attack," said Gialine. "That's most irregular battlefield strategy," frowned Kale. "I know it is, fool. That's what Morgaya is counting on. There's a gang of battle mages who are going to be waiting on the battlements to greet our army with a barrage of fireballs. Battle mages? I would have thought that the King Raymond would have brought them with him to fight the pirates." "You would have thought that," laughed Gialine. "But then he would be defeated. Now go." Friar Lillum agreed with Kale that it was a bizarre, unheard of way to begin a battle, casting reflection spells on all one's troops. It went against every tradition, and as a Trebite monk, he valued tradition above every other virtue. There's little other choice, though. Given the intelligence, he had few enough healers in the army, as it were, and their energies could not be wasted casting resistant spells. At dawn's light, the rebel army was in sight of the gleaming spires of Firsthold. Friar Lillum gathered together every soldier who knew even the rudimentary secrets of mysticism, who knew how to tap into the elementary conundrums and knots of the energies of magicka. Though few were masters of the art, their combined force was powerful to behold. A great surge of entangling power washed over the army, crackling and hissing and infusing all with their ghostly force. When they arrived at the gates, every soldier, even the least imaginative, knew that no spell would touch them for a long time. Friar Lillum watched his army batter into the gate with a great satisfaction of a commander who has counteracted an unthinkable attack with an outrageous defense. The smile quickly faded from his face. They were met at the battlements not by mages, but by common archers of the palace guard. As the flaming arrows fell upon the siegers like a red rain, the healers ran in to help the wounded. Their healing spells reflected off the dying men, one after the other. Chaos ruled, and as the attackers suddenly found themselves defenseless and began a panicked, unorganized retreat, Friar Lillum himself considered briefly holding his ground before fleeing himself. Later he would send furious notes to Lady Geoline and Kale, but they were returned. Even his best secret agents within the palace were unable to find their whereabouts. Neither had, as it turns out, much previous experience with torture, and as soon as they confessed their treachery to the king's satisfaction, Kale was executed, and Geoline was sent back with escort to her father's court of Skywatch. He has still to find a husband for her. Raymond, by contrast, has elected not to take a new royal concubine. The common folk of Firsthold consider this break in palace protocol to be more of a sinister alien influence of the Black Queen, and grumble to all who will listen. Well, that was fun, the first-hand revolt. Definitely need another sip of scotch after that. Ooh, Alchemist's Journal. This area was a brilliant decision. The local flora seem to have many useful properties that I've been able to utilize into new potions. Outside, the rich soil has allowed the cuttings I've collected to grow into fine and bountiful plants. This afternoon, I think I will journey out for more mushrooms, as my current supply is beginning to dwindle. On a personal note, I have moved my alchemy work outside the shack. I find the midday air is a boon to my health, as well as inspirational to my work. Alright, well that's really sweet. What do we think happened to this alchemist? Is there nowhere to be found? Whoa! Let's go! Oh my god, that was epic. All about that. So still nothing fruity or floral. How about you, if you're drinking along? These wolves. That poor elk. Let's go! Mmm! Felt like a gladiator. There's another one. Oh. Save real quick. If we can hit this bear. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's barely hitting the bear. Oh my god. The guy hits hard. Oh. Oh, first death. That's why we quick save. That was hard. Damn. Maybe we try sneaking around. Stop growling at me. Oh, that guy. Oh, here's some boots. This guy definitely got effed up by the bear.
Greybeards have summoned the dragon horde to fight Hrothgar. Such a thing is not.
On your way up the 7,000 steps again, Clement?
Not today. I'm just not ready to make the climb to High Hrothgar. The path isn't safe.
Aren't the Greybeards expecting some supplies?
Honestly, I'm not certain. I've yet to be allowed into the monastery. Perhaps one day. I wish I could make my... Passing through on your way to High Hrothgar? About to make a delivery up there myself.
Anything you can tell me about High Hrothgar?
I've been to the monastery many times, but I've never even laid eyes on one of the Greybeards. Not that I'd care to. Being masters of the Thu'um, they could kill you by uttering a single word. Well, not that they would. They seem peaceful, but I wouldn't want to provoke them. Mostly food supplies like dried fish and salted meats. You know, things that keep fresh for a long time. The Greybeards tend not to get out much, if you catch my meaning.
And in return?
Well, it's kind of an understanding between us. I mean, it just wouldn't feel right to charge them for a bit of preserved food. Trouble is, my legs aren't what they used to be, and climbing the 7,000 steps takes its toll.
Oh, I could do it for you.
Really? Well, that would be kind of you. Here, take this bag of supplies. At the top of the steps, you'll see the offering chest. Just leave the bag inside, and you're done. Be careful up there.
Let's do this. Climbing the 7,000 steps. Insert epic music here. Gotta pray to each of these. Before the birth of men, the dragons ruled all Mundus. Their word was the voice, and they spoke only for true needs. For the voice could blot out the sky and flood the land. Can't touch this. Oh, it looks like a little cave. Look at that. Just running with the goats.
Keep an eye out for wolves if you're headed up the path to High Hrothgar.
Yeah. Men were born and spread over the face of Mundus. The dragons presided over the crawling masses. Men were weak then, had no voice. Here we go. Whoa, this guy's kicking my ass. That was a fight. There are more of them too. Who do I take? What's in the bowl? No, I can't do it. The fledgling spirits of men were strong in old times, unafraid to war with dragons and their voices. But the dragons only shouted them down and broke their hearts. Remember to cleanse that palate before you take your sips. Something like climbing 7,000 steps. Now, I haven't counted them, but I trust that they're there. I imagine this is what it's like when I'm hiking. I hear this soundtrack. Oh my god, so epic.
Need something?
Kine called on Parthenax, who pitied man. Together they taught men to use the voice. Then dragon war raged, dragon against tongue. Are we coming up on the ice troll? God, I hate this part. I swear to God, they put the troll here just so you would try to fight it and die. Yeah. Nuh-uh. Nope. Read this real quick. Men prevailed, shouting Alduin out of the world, proving for all that their voice too was strong. although their sacrifices were manyfold. Ah, I'm stuck in there. Oh god. If I needed to use a power, it's now. What? I don't have it hotkey? Oh, I guess I could use that. It's just not even worth fighting. It's so OP. Can I get away? There we go. And I have a level waiting for me. That's awesome. With roaring tongues, the Sky Children conquer, founding the first empire with sword and voice, whilst the dragons withdrew from this world. The tongues at Red Mountain went away humbled. Jurgen Windcaller began his 7-year meditation to understand how strong voices could fail. Jurgen Windcaller chose silence and returned. The 17 disputants could not shout him down. Jurgen the Calm built his home on the throat of the world. And there it is. High Hrothgar. This must be Jurgen. For years, all silent, the Greybeards spoke one name. Tiber Septim, stripling then, was summoned to Hrothgar. They blessed and named him Dovahkiin. Oh, did we cleanse? Did we cleanse the palate? I almost forgot. Cheers. I'm gonna leave all this here because this is a sacred place. Alright. Before we enter, you know what time it is. Drops of water. Cheers. I wonder if that actually is sweeter with the drop of water in it.
A
Dragonborn appears at this moment in the turning of the age.
Oh my god, I love it when they do this. Like somebody will walk in front of you and you'll catch their attention. Oh my god, so awful. I'm answering your summons.
We will see if you truly have the gift. Show us, Dragonborn. Let us taste of your voice. Do not be afraid. Your shout will not harm us.
Oh, I'm supposed to shout him down. Alright, if you get hurt, it's not on me.
Dragonborn, it is you. Welcome to High Hrothgar.
Yeah.
I
You're
am
welcome.
Master Arngir. I speak for the Greybeards. Now, tell me, Dragonborn, why have you come here?
Who are you? What is this place?
We are the Greybeards, followers of the Way of the Voice. You stand in High Hrothgar, the slopes of Kinarith's sacred mountain. Here we commune with the voice of the sky and strive to achieve balance between our inner and outer selves.
I'm answering your summons, Master.
We are honored to welcome a Dragonborn to High Hrothgar. We will do our best to teach you how to use your gift in fulfillment of your destiny.
What is my destiny?
That is for you to discover. We can show you the way, but not your destination.
I'm ready to learn.
You have shown that you are Dragonborn. You have the inborn gift. But do you have the discipline and temperament to follow the path laid out for you? That remains to be seen. Without training, you have already taken the first steps towards projecting your voice into a thum, a shout. Now let us see if you are willing and able to learn. When you shout, you speak in the language of dragons. Thus, your dragon blood gives you an inborn ability to learn words of power. All shouts are made up of 3 words of power. As you master each word, your shout will become progressively stronger. Master Einarth will now teach you Ro, the second word in unrelenting force. Ro means balance in the dragon tongue. Combine it with Fus, force, to focus your thumb more sharply. Ro. Unlock its meaning through constant practice in order to use it in a shout. Well, that is how the rest of us learn shouts. As Dragonborn, you can absorb a slain dragon's life force and knowledge directly. As part of your initiation, Master Einarth will allow you to tap into his understanding of Ro.
Whoa. Use your unrelenting force shout to strike the targets as they appear. Force go! Well done. Again. Force go! You
quickly. Once more. Impressive. Your thumb is precise. You show great promise, Dragonborn. We will perform your next trial in the courtyard. Follow Master Bori.
Alright. Couple magic, Mystic Binding. That's why I wasn't dealing... Oh, did I just jump? That's why I wasn't dealing any, like, real damage. It's that upgrade. The face of a dragon? Hmm.
Completely new shout. Master Bori will teach you Wold, which means whirlwind. Wold. You must hear the word within yourself before you can project it into a thum.
I know Taekwondo. This feels like the download in the Matrix.
Master Wolfgar will demonstrate whirlwind sprint. Then it will be your turn. Master Bori. X. Now it's your turn.
Oh. I gotta equip it.
And next to me, Master Bori will open the gate. Use your whirlwind sprint to pass through before it closes. Your quick mastery of a new thum is astonishing. I'd heard the stories of the abilities of Dragonborn, but to see it for myself...
Thought it was this easy for everyone.
No, indeed not. But beware that your skill does not outstrip your wisdom. You are now ready for your last trial. Retrieve the horn of Jürgen Windcaller, our founder, from his tomb in the ancient fane of Ostengraf. Remain true to the way of the voice, and you will return.
So many questions.
Breath and focus.
Let's see where this quest is. Oh, okay. I think we want to, from here... Let's do Limerick real quick. Because I think we want to do the Thieves Guild situation. Oh, shit.
You there. You're the one they call Dragonborn.
I don't know what you're
Or
talking
deadly
about.
Deceiver. We know you are the false Dragonborn. You shall not stand in the way of the true Dragonborn's return. He comes soon, and we shall offer him your heart. When Lord Mirak appears, all shall bear witness. None shall stand to oppose him. Find them.
Is that it?
Is that magic? Careful, please. What could it mean? The return of the Dragonborn? And none of us could possibly hold that honor. And such power.
Board the vessel Northern Maiden docked at Raven Rock. Take it to Windhelm and begin your search. Kill the false dragonborn known as Greymalkin before he reaches Solstheim. Return with word of your success and Mirak will be most pleased. Okay, I'm already being hunted.
Men bring down such a beast.
Oh, wait, where's my... No, I'm not traveling to Solstheim. I just want to return to this guy that I helped out and get my effing reward.
Ah, good to see you again. How'd that delivery go?
I delivered the supplies to High Hrothgar.
Quite a climb, wasn't it? Anyway, much appreciated. Here, take this for your troubles. Thanks again for the legwork.
I don't want to do any of those. I think we gotta do the delayed burial to get the Brotherhood situation going. So let's go to Pelagia Farm. I will say that, you know, more and more that I drink this scotch, it is bringing out the lighter, fruitier, floral notes side, which is very impressive. So, drop of water sweetens it up, folks. What's this guy doing up here? Oh, a meadery. If only today I could just go down to the meadery. Is that too much to ask? Can one of y'all do start a meadery so I can like hang out there? Oh, you know what that sound is. There we go. Nirnroot. Oh. Love me some Nirnroot.
Got to keep my eyes open. Damn dragons will be found anytime.
Well, let's not get crazy. I'm not saying it's not dragons every 2 feet. The Battleborn Farm. Look at the dragon reach up there. Freaking so dope. More castles. It's my opinion we need more castles. I think I would hate people like Jeff Bezos less if they built castles.
I'd rather have 2 bottles of mead than 2 wenches.
Hail, friend. It's good to see another merry soul enjoying this fine day. Ah, but you look tired. Come, share a bottle of honey brew mead with me.
Would love to share a drink with you, friend.
Ah, nothing like fine spirits to help raise your... well, your spirits. Cheers, my friend. May your adventures find you fame and fortune.
Oh, I love all the happy people. That's what I'm talking about. Hey. Is it under food? There we go. Doesn't sound good. I don't want to get tangled in that yet. Here we go. Strange gesture. But before we start this, you know what time it is. Weeded neat. Weeded with a drop of water. Now, we're gonna, like my dad says, we're gonna pour it over ice. Cheers. Now let's talk to this strange gesture.
Need something?
Ah, bothering me funnel. Stuck here. Stuck! My poor mother. Unmoving. At rest. But too still.
Problem?
Oh, poor Cicero is stuck. Can't you see? I was transporting my dear, sweet mother. Well, not her. Her corpse. She's quite dead. I'm taking Mother to a new home. A new crypt. But... ah! Wagon wheel! Damnedest wagon wheel! It broke. Don't you see?
Is there some way I can help?
Oh, yes! Yes, the kindly stranger can certainly help. Go to the farm, the Lorius farm, just over there, off the road. Talk to Lorius. He has tools. He can help me. But he won't. He refuses. Convince Lorius to fix my wheel. Do that, and poor Cicero will reward you with coin. Gleamy, shiny coin.
Okay, this is the weirdest character in this game. That's for sure. Oh, I have to wait. Of course I do. One of the best features about this game, though, it tries to give you like the realist, like of course you'd be in bed and your door's locked at 10 p.m. You know, so like interact with them during the day.
Oh, for the love of Mara, what now?
Here we go, glorious. The little man really needs your help with his wagon.
That Cicero fella? Tell me something I don't know. Crazy fool's already asked me about 5 times. Seems he's not satisfied with my answer. Why can't he just leave us alone?
So, what's the problem? I'm sure he'll pay you.
Pay me? You think this is about money? Have you seen the man? He's completely out of his head. A jester here in Skyrim? Ain't been a merry man in these parts for 100 years. And he's transporting some giant box. Says it's a coffin, and he's going to bury his mother. Mother, my eye. Could have anything in there. War contraband, weapons, skooma. In no way I'm getting involved in any of that.
No, come on. He's a stranger who needs assistance. Please, do the right thing.
What? And just who in Mara's name are you anyway? Come here, telling me my business. And for what? To help a fool?
You know you should help him.
Look, yes, you're right. Fella might be nutters, might not. The fact is, he needs help. I turned him away. What kind of a man am I, huh? Look, thanks. And I'm sorry for my unneighborly reaction. If you talk to Cicero, you be sure to tell him I'll be down to help soon.
Poor mother. Home seems so very far.
I talked to Lorius. He agreed to fix your wagon wheel.
You did? He has? Oh, stranger! You have made Cicero so happy, so jubilant and ecstatic, but more, even more, my mother thanks you. Here for your troubles, shiny gold. A few coins for your kind deed, and thank you again.
Okay. From here, I think I need to start the Thieves Guild in order to get the skeleton key. I could do this, actually. Get this out of the way. Racking them up right now.
Stay out of trouble, Red Guard.
Feindal thinks he can move Camilla Valerius away from me. She's
Whatever you need. The finest weapons and armor.
I wanted to equip that. I don't... Oh, I do have 2,000 gold. Guess I could do that. I just feel like you find so many good things in this game. That's not the type of thing you want to spend your money on.
All right.
Well, one of us has to do something.
I said no. No adventures, no theatrics, no thief chasing.
Well, what are you going to do then, huh? Let's hear it.
We are done talking about this. Oh, a customer. Riverwood Trader is still open. Feel free. The Riverwood Trader is everything you need in a general store.
Did something happen?
Yeah, we did have a bit of a break-in. We still have plenty to sell. Robbers were only after one thing. An ornament. Solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw.
Oh, you mean this
found
dragon
it.
claw?
There it is! Strange. It seems smaller than I remember. Funny thing, huh? I'm gonna put this back where it belongs. I'll never forget this. You've done a great thing for me and my sister.
It means so much to us to have the claw back where it belongs. Thank you.
Camilla Valerius.
Thank you so much for taking care of those thieves. The Riverwood Trader is back to the way it used to be. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Definitely not gonna do box. Okay, let's see what he's got for sale. Oh, that's good.
Till next time.
You're not from around here. That makes two of us. We don't sell any imports from Somerset Isle, do we, Lucan?
No, dear sister, we do not.
All right. Do you think maybe we should...
Dear sister.
Okay. Took care of that. Okay, we need to start the Thieves Guild situation. Because I don't think I've unlocked Riften. I feel like over ice is dangerous.
I can take you to any of the hold. Where do you want to go?
It's so easy to drink. Oh. I was worried Riften wasn't going to be a carriage option. It's so easy to drink that you can drink it so quickly that you could... I mean, it's going to fuck you up, especially a single malt. Here we go. Our Thieves Guild days. One of the best quests in this
Hold
game.
there. Before I let you into Riften, you need to pay the visitor's tax.
Guy's trying to shim me.
For the privilege of entering the city. What does it matter?
This is obviously a shakedown.
All right, keep your voice down. You want everyone to hear you? I'll let you in. Just let me unlock the gate.
Hey, you piece of shit, you better.
The gate's unlocked. You can head inside when you're ready.
had another run-in with the Thieves Guild.
I don't know you. You and Riften looking for trouble?
Has Maven Blackbriar at its back. One snap of her fingers and you could end up in Riften jail.
What's it to you?
Don't say something you'll regret. Last thing the Blackbriars need is some loudmouth trying to meddle in their affairs.
I just don't want.
Who are the Blackbriars?
The Blackbriars have Riften in their pocket, and the Thieves Guild watching their back, so keep your nose out of their business. Me? I'm Malt. I watch the streets for them. If you need dirt on anything, I'm your guy. But it'll cost you.
Dirt, huh? Not exactly clean
Then
myself.
you're stupider than you look. You better watch your ass around here.
Okay.
All right. Just bring it to me tomorrow and I'll fix
I'm really
it for
getting
you.
tired of your excuses. When you borrowed the money, you said you'd pay it back on time for double.
Sure. I'm a dirty beggar. Why would you want to even speak to me?
Can I interest you in some fine goods from Morrowind?
Look, Shelton,
A
last
fairest
warning.
prices
Pay up
and the
or
highest
lose.
quality.
All I care about is the gold. Everything else is your
Please. Please, I need but a septum. A septum is all I ask. Is that so bad?
Here, have a gold piece.
Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. Until next time.
To oblivion with all of you! You rich piles of dung walking by us like we're not there, pretending we don't exist? How dare you! You think you know pain, do you? Try watching your wife and daughter burn alive after they've been ravaged by brigands. That's pain, my friend. Edda, she's crazy as a loon, but at least she doesn't have the mind to realize what a horrible world this is. She's the lucky one.
Where is Brignold?
Never done an honest day's work in your life for all that coin you carry, hey lad? Never done an honest day's work in your life for all that coin you carry, hey lad?
I'm sorry, what?
I'm saying you've got the coin, but you didn't earn a septim of it honestly. I can tell.
How could you possibly know that?
It's all about sizing up your mark, lad. The way they walk, what they're wearing. It's a dead giveaway.
What do you mean?
Look how you sniffed out my little scheme at the North Gate. You knew it was a shakedown and you called him on it. That's what I'm talking about.
Seem to be well acquainted with wealth.
Wealth is my business. Help me out, and I can add to yours. Would you like a taste?
What would you
I've got
have
a bit
in
of an
mind?
errand to perform, but I need an extra pair of hands. And in my line of work, extra hands are well paid.
What do I have to do?
Simple. I'm going to cause a distraction. You're gonna steal Medesi's silver ring from a strongbox under a stand. Once you have it, I want you to place it in Branche's pocket without him noticing.
I plant the ring on Branchet.
There's someone that wants to see him put out of business permanently. That's all you need to know. Now, you tell me when you're ready, and we'll get started.
I'm ready.
Wait
Let's
until
get
I
this
start
started.
Distraction, then show me what you're made of.
Everyone! Gather round. I've never seen Miol this upset about anything. The city really
This way, everyone. Over here.
All meats guaranteed, clean and free. From Rockford.
This way, everyone. Over here.
What is it this time?
Oh my god.
Patience, Branchet. This is a rare opportunity. I wouldn't want you to get left out.
That's what you said about the whiz peasants. And it turned out to be crushed through with mixed
There we go.
Lads and lasses, I give you. Oh, come on. Are you talking about the snow elf?
Well, I see that my time is up. Come back tomorrow if you wish to buy.
I hope you're not planning on picking my
Waste of time.
Oh, look at that shadow mark.
Looks like I chose the right person for the job. And
Boom, baby!
Just as I promised. The way things have been going around here, it's a relief that our plan went off without a hitch. Nah, my organization's been having a run of bad luck. But I suppose that's just how it goes. But never mind that. You did the job, and you did it well. Best of all, there's more where that came from. If you think you can handle it.
Oh, I can handle it.
All right then. Let's put that to the test. The group I represent has its home in the Ratway beneath Riften, a tavern called the Ragged Flagon. Get there in one piece, and we'll see if you've really got what it takes.
Looking to stay alive? Why take a chance?
Beautiful baubles and gleaming
All right,
gemstones
Prentiss.
over here.
Turn out your pockets. We know you have it.
Have what? What in blazes are you talking about?
You gonna buy something?
Don't
or
play
just here for
stupid.
training?
I said turn
Otherwise,
out your
move
pockets.
on.
Now.
I'm telling you, I don't... Wait, what's this ring? This isn't mine.
That's right. It isn't yours.
Buy
You're
some
under
armor
arrest,
and live to
Prentiss.
tell about it.
This is insane. I didn't steal anything. I never
Damn.
saw this ring before in my entire life.
That's how you set someone up for
Just one of
sure.
two ways. You can walk up with me to the keep, or I can drag your lifeless
Protect
body.
yourself
Your
right.
choice.
Buy armor
But
from
I-
Krauka.
Very well.
Looking to stay alive? Why take a chance?
Beautiful baubles and gleaming gemstones over here.
All right. We did the Bunahaven 12-year single malt. We poured it neat. We did it with a drop of water, and we poured it over ice. If you have suggestions on how I should drink scotch, please comment, subscribe. Next episode, we're going to do the Rat Way and really get into the Thieves Guild. And who knows what kind of scotch we'll do next time. I hope you had as much fun as I did. Can't wait to see you in the next episode.
Looking to stay alive?
Have a good
Why
one.
take a chance?